Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program we will learn all about the 9th annual Promises for Purple Walk for Pancreatic Cancer. It's going virtual this year due to the pandemic, but it will be held on November 8th. First, though, we check out news for you. In the news, there are 56 cases of coronavirus now confirmed here in the city of Quincy after 8 new cases yesterday. Quincy is now in the yellow category under the state's risk assessment map due to a recent rise in the new daily case average. The death toll has stood at 135 for almost 3 months. Some of the 7,000 new Chromebook computers that were ordered to help Quincy Public School students learn from home arrived this week. Superintendent Kevin Mulvey says 2,500 of the new computers arrived on Monday and will be loaned out to 5th through 12th graders so they can attend classes remotely during the pandemic. The city spent $3.1 million on the new computers, which is expected to be reimbursed by the federal government. Kindergartners through 3rd graders and special needs students are back in the classrooms 2 days per week and learning remotely 3 days per week. On October 13th, all other students are scheduled to do the same thing. Mayor Thomas Koch says the schools are prepared to switch to fully remote learning if the pandemic worsens. However, he says that is not ideal for student achievement. The site for the new Quincy Animal Shelter is being prepped for construction. The shelter will be built near the new dog park off of Quarry Street. It'll also be home to the Quincy Animal Control Unit and the Police Canine Unit. The shelter will replace the current animal shelter on Broad Street. That'll be torn down to make way for a new police station. The City Council has approved half of the $7 million cost of the new animal shelter. The mayor hopes to seek approval for the rest of the funding soon and begin construction on that new shelter next spring. Federal regulators have ordered the shutdown of the natural gas compressor station in North Weymouth after the second emergency shutdown there in 3 weeks. On Wednesday morning, the station went into an automatic emergency shutdown during testing. Enbridge Energy is investigating the cause of that shutdown. Back on September 11th, workers put the station into an emergency shutdown when a gasket failed. Both of those shutdowns have resulted in the release of natural gas into the atmosphere. Now, Congressman Stephen Lynch, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey are calling on federal regulators to revoke the permits that would have allowed that station to go into full operations yesterday. Quincy man facing charges that he stabbed another man during a fight in Quincy Points on Tuesday morning. Police say 41-year-old Michael Gallagher attacked the unidentified victim outside of 653 Washington Street, right near the Fore River Rotary, and then fled the scene. The victim was being treated for serious but non-life-threatening injuries at Boston Medical Center. Gallagher was charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. He was arraigned Wednesday in Quincy District Courts. Coming up, we will check in with Lauren Mancini about this year's virtual Promises for Purple Walk for Pancreatic Cancer. That is next.
I got it. Watch out, Lucy. This may be dangerous. Oh, dang it. Lucy? Is that you?
Don't let this happen to you. Saturday, October 3rd is Household Hazardous Waste Drop-Off Day. Bring all your household hazardous waste like cleaners, paint, and automotive products to the DPW at 55 C Street for a free and safe disposal. Visit the DPW website at www.quincyma.gov. You can always call me with questions at 617-376-1953.
COVID-19 reasons like a stay-at-home order, quarantined, seeking diagnosis for symptoms, caring for your children because their school or care provider is closed, or if you're caring for someone under quarantine. You may be eligible to take up to 2 weeks of paid sick leave and additional leave for childcare needs. Visit dol.gov/FFCRA or call 866-4-US-WAGE. A message from the U.S. Department of Labor.
So we're really pleased to welcome Lauren Mancini from Promises for Purple to chat with us about this year's virtual walk to benefit pancreatic cancer research. Hey, Lauren, nice to see you.
Hey, Joe, how's it going? Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Unfortunately, it has to be remotely, both for our interview and also for the walk this year, right?
Yeah, a little change of pace for a lot of different areas of our life, but I know I always enjoyed going into the QATV television studio and seeing you there, but we have our nice offices here and really appreciate you spending the time to meet with me. So yeah, this year's walk is also virtual, but it opens a lot of new opportunities for us, which is really exciting, and still gives people the opportunity to go ahead and walk with their family members and stay healthy while doing so, but also spread awareness for Promises for Purple and pancreatic cancer research.
Right. If you could, we'll get a little history lesson for folks who might not be aware of what Promises for Purple is and how it got started, and really the founding force behind it in Claire Mollo.
Sure. Yeah, so I represent a small committee of my family members, really. Promises for Purple was started by my great aunt, Claire Mollo, back in 2010, and she unfortunately was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and she was treated at Dana-Farber here in Boston. Wonderful team, and she just wanted to do something. She was inspired and finding that a lot of people were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, but there wasn't a lot of research being done, not a lot of treatment out there. So she really just took that energy of negative news and turned it into a positive outcome to really try to get people together, raise funds, raise awareness, all in support of Dr. Brian Wolpin at Dana-Farber in Boston. So all of the funds raised have gone to their team over at Dana-Farber and have just been a wonderful team to support and work with. To year, we've raised $225,000, which is amazing. This will be our 9th annual walk. So next year is exciting for number 10, but we got to creep up there eventually. So this year's number 9. And Claire unfortunately did pass away. She was with us for 4 years, which is incredible.
I had the great pleasure to meet Claire on several occasions because she reached out to me, as kind of a one-woman rallying band, if you will, really for this cause. And she was so passionate about it, so energetic. And also quite a driving force. She really put herself out there to promote this and to raise awareness, as you said, and I think has done a tremendous job. And for folks who might be wondering why purple, Promises for Purple. Purple is the color of pancreatic cancer research. And since Promises for Purple was founded, as you mentioned, over $225,000 has been raised. Dr. Wolpin, I know, has come. I believe he's come to every single walk that's been held for this event. He and his team, too, from Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. So that, I think, is a true testament to the importance, of this cause and of this walk, and to how much he values what Claire did and why she did it. So I just think that really makes a tremendous statement.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, you have been with us for years now. So it's always a nice way to get the community together, probably like you mentioned as well. We've had a lot of support from local televisions, local radio stations. We have support of walkers from different teams that we've helped gather and really bring together over the years. So just seeing that community touch has been really wonderful. Of course, now with this new normal, we have kind of expanded in the sense of, yes, it will be a virtual walk, but we also have that opportunity to span ourselves across the country and hopefully internationally. That would be a really cool goal if we had walkers on November 8th that were maybe located in Spain or somewhere else around the world, to really raise awareness worldwide. But for now, we have participants all the way in Washington State, which is amazing. So we are coast to coast this year, which is a first for Promises for Purple. We have some walkers in Arkansas as well. And then it also provides people the ability to raise funds before the walk through their teams by sharing links to their team pages. And you can get creative with your walk. You know, if you want to walk on the treadmill, we routinely have had a 5K walk right around Sunset Lake in Braintree. So if you want to just go walk in your neighborhood, if you want to go walk on the beach, if you want to go for a run that day, really kind of spicing up the way that you can just get out there, move your body, walk with community members, maybe within your family if you've been quarantining with them, and just, again, wear your purple, walk in memory of people that you are honoring and just remembering on that day.
Sure. I know that if it were going to be an in-person walk this year, there'd be plenty of purple face masks.
Oh, yes, yes, I know. But, you know, you can still do that with this year as well. So I have my purple hat. I got a fun purple bandana, and we'll just be doing a walk around. I'm going to take a walk with our dog, and he has red hair like me, and I got him a nice purple bandana. So yeah, you can get creative about it. We're going to be very active on social media, specifically our Facebook page. So that can all be found on our website. You can start a team on our website, and then just post pictures throughout that day of really kind of getting that message and community feel out there just in a virtual sense this year.
Yeah, it's promisesforpurple.org, quite simply. And it's typically a 5K walk, so it's a little over 3 miles or so. Now, I know you won't be measuring folks' walks, obviously. So if you fall a little short,
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever you can do is just appreciate. Just get out there. And again, we're all going to be walking virtually together on November 8th. So that's the day that you'll really see a lot of that walking activity, the postings on social media, take selfies with your family, maybe have a neighbor take a picture for you. So again, just get creative with it and celebrate this kind of new opportunity that has been challenging for a lot of people, but just kind of have fun with it.
Yeah, Claire would love the fact that it's gone nationwide and to go international. She'd be over the moon with that.
Oh my gosh, she would be just absolutely amazed. So if we could get, some people in California, some people in Texas, Nebraska, let's see how far we can reach, how many states that we can reach. So we're really excited to see those opportunities grow. Right now, we definitely have 3 states on the menu, if you will. So it'll be cool to just see where that takes off. We still have a month or so to go for people to register. You can register day of the walk, so that's fine as well. And then we also have our silent auction that will be live come October 10th. So if you have gone to the walk before, you know that we have done a silent auction and opportunity drawing. So we will be doing this year just virtually. And again, if you follow our social media pages, you'll see some upcoming announcements, but definitely check it out on October 10th for that launch date. Amazing prizes. We have a North Shore basket. We have signed Red Sox memorabilia. We have airline tickets. We have a chocolate basket. Who doesn't like chocolate? Am I right? So all kinds of things. We have a stay-at-home basket for families, for kids. So a lot of different varieties. We have a nice photographed skyline by a professional photographer of Boston. So really some nice items on there, and that will be again launched and shared on our website and Facebook page come October 10th.
Okay, great. And when will the winners be announced for the auction items, Lauren?
Those will be announced on November 8th on the day of the walk.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah. I know I've been to all the walks, and I know a big part of it is the teams that participate. They look forward to it every year. Woodward School for Girls, I know, is one, and a lot of other school groups, community groups. Is that still happening? Do you know?
Oh yeah, yep. We have Mike's Purple Warriors. I think, gosh, they have been with us maybe for 7 years or so. Like I said, this will be our 9th walk. I know in the past we've had Mimi's team, we've had Linda's team, we've had, again, Mike's Purple Warriors, we've had the Norwell High School cheerleaders volunteer their time, build a nice, beautiful balloon arch. So we've had a lot of local volunteers and then just different teams walking, Maureen's team. So we're really hoping to see some of those groups participate this year as well. And a lot of them have signed up, but just really trying to have that as a platform for them to just kind of either grieve together, celebrate together, remember together, and just have that community feel that a lot of people going through this challenge need in order to really feel at peace with a lot of challenges that go through pancreatic cancer.
Yes, yeah, it is a healing process. You know, as you mentioned, part of the grieving process too for folks who have experienced it in their families to get together,
Right.
share that experience. Do you know, will Dr. Wolpen and his family be part of this again this year?
So Dr. Wolpen and his team come every year. And this year they have an exciting message to share virtually. So that will be posted on the Facebook page and on our website, probably a little closer to the walk, but I think it's always really personable to hear from Dr. Wolpen and his team members themselves, kind of getting a brief update about the research that they're doing at Dana-Farber. And just really hearing that true impact about how not only the community aspect of Promises for Purple has made a difference, but also just the financial funds that do help support pancreatic cancer research. So really hearing some of the scientific updates that they've had. So Dr. Wolpen is the true professional in that field. So we do have a fun message from him to share with folks. So stay tuned for that, probably in the next few weeks or so.
No, I look forward to that. I know that he has really become almost the lead researcher at Dana-Farber for pancreatic cancer, and in part because of events like Promises for Purple. As I've learned, the way it works is that the more that money can be raised for a specific cause, the more larger foundations are willing to give bigger grants to advance research. Yeah.
Exactly. And he does recognize Promises for Purple in a lot of his work that is done. So that's amazing. I think, you know, through some of the larger organizations, more funds are raised, but that doesn't mean that ours aren't accounted for, and they do still support. So really seeing that recognition and then just hearing that message from him and that genuine appreciation. When he does come to the walk, he comes with his family, he comes with his kids, he brings his girls up with him to kind of, again, have that genuine care and feel. So he is a wonderful professional doctor, human, and we're really grateful to work with him and support him through all of this.
Yeah, there really have been some advances made over the past few years with this research. I know a lot of work is going into DNA research to help the body kind of treat itself, if you will. So that's really exciting, I think.
Right. Yeah, definitely taking it to a whole new level. And Dana-Farber in general, they have an amazing team there, really taking science to the next level. So more to come on the science aspect from Dr. Wolpen, again, probably in the next few weeks or so.
Great. I know, Lauren, typically at the walk, a lot of local businesses, small businesses step up to support you. Is that happening again this year?
Yeah, so we are through the silent auctions. We have a lot of local businesses supporting. I did mention that chocolate basket. It's top of my mind because I'm a true chocolate lover. But that's Hilliard's, right in South Shore, Massachusetts. A wonderful arrangement of chocolate. So that's a nice local one. We have an inn in Situate, Massachusetts. We have some items from North Shore. And then, like I said, the Red Sox Foundation, they have supported us and provided us with a lot of really cool things. I won't give them away, but just know that we have some signed memorabilia from key Red Sox players, which is just, where else are you going to get that? So we really appreciate the local community support and just are so grateful for all that.
Nice. And I think it's important to note, too, that all the donations go to Dana-Farber, to the Pancreatic Research Center. So whatever you give, however small or large you can, be rest assured that that's where it's going.
Right, exactly. And then the other thing that we have that is, we've done this in the past, but something I personally look forward to is the Light Boston Purple campaign. So that will be held the 7th and 8th of November, and we have a number of landmark buildings within the skyline of Boston that will be lit purple. So we have the Zachem Bridge lit purple, the TD Garden lit purple. It's kind of a fun scavenger hunt, if you will, to kind of go around and see, okay, is the Prudential Center lit purple? Is the Hyatt Regency building over in Cambridge lit purple? The Rose Kennedy Greenway? So we've had a lot of networking and just kind of getting everyone on board to be lit purple that weekend in honor of pancreatic cancer research and awareness. So for me, that's one of the most powerful things, is just really seeing the skyline of Boston lit up in purple, and just driving under the Zachem Bridge all lit purple, and just really knowing that the community is behind a lot of the people who have been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer research, and just, again, getting that awareness out there.
Right.
So again, posting pictures onto social media, any kind of recognition to help celebrate that that community feel of getting the message out there.
Sure. Yeah, I know typically the walk route is lined with either purple ribbons or purple balloons or something like that.
I've seen purple mustaches, and I have also seen purple slippers. So, you know, people get crazy with it. You can just dress up in all the purple that you have, and it's always just a fun way. It's right after Halloween, so maybe you have something left over from Halloween you want to add on. Purple dinosaur. Again, get creative. We'll have all the pictures up on our Facebook page. There will be a Facebook event as well, so just follow along through there and get creative.
Yeah. And typically I know that you have the huge American flag suspended by the folks from Shaughnessy Crane, and
Yes.
the national anthem. So, you know,
Yes.
that I know won't be able to happen this year, but folks should go to the website and look for some photos from past events, and I think it'll be inspiring.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
We should recap one more time, and I will show the flyer here while you talk about what's happening for the 9th annual Promises for Purple Walk for Pancreatic Cancer.
great. Thank you so much, Joe. And yes, like Joe mentioned, we're excited to have the walk virtually this year on November 8th. All funds raised will be going to Dr. Brian Wolpin's research team at Dana-Farber here in Boston. If you want to start a team, if you want to join a team, if you want to walk as an individual, all of that information can be found on our website, www.promisesforpurple.org. It looks like there's a shorted URL on here. But feel free to walk anywhere. You can run, you can walk on your treadmill, you can take your dog for a walk on the beach, walk in your neighborhood, whatever is of ease for you and safe given the current situation going on in the world. We just love that we have that local participation and celebration, recognition, and memory of walking for those who have gone through pancreatic cancer. And just really remembering them throughout these times.
Absolutely. And it's, you know what, it's something to look forward to. We all know that being outside and being active is very healthy for us, especially now. And it's great. What better way to social distance than to walk outside for 3 miles?
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So the weather is hopefully getting a little cooler. It was fairly hot today, but hopefully the cool fall brisk air will be coming our way. And it's just, yeah, like you said, a refreshing time to get outside and go for a walk.
Sure. Anything else we should touch on, do you think, Lauren?
I think that is good. I really appreciate you having me on QATV again. I know that obviously this year is a little different, but I always really look forward to participating and speaking with you and letting the community know about this annual event that we have. So thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. It's our pleasure. We're happy to help, and we hope we can do it in person next year.
Awesome. But yeah, anything else that you need from me, and I know that you have been an in-person help a lot throughout the years. So we are really bummed that you won't be able to be there in person too. And I think it's cool because a lot of the community have gotten to know you over the years too, and really look forward to seeing you up there. They recognize your voice. And so, yeah, that unfortunately won't be able to happen this year, but just to kind of have this connection, I think will still give that homey feel to people.
It really is Claire's legacy, that she brought so many people together.
Yeah.
Her spirit lives on. Thanks so much, Lauren.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe.
You're welcome.
Okay. Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Special thanks to Lauren Mancini for joining us today. Thank you to our crew and thank you for watching. And a reminder, the Thomas Crane Library, Quincy 400, the city, and us here at QATV have all teamed up on the Quincy COVID Memories Project to collect people's life experiences in Quincy during the pandemic. You can upload your videos, photos, or other materials at quincyculturalmemory.com, or you can send them to the Thomas Crane Library, attention local history, 40 Washington Street, Quincy, 02169. And don't forget to visit our website. It's qatv.org. You'll find our latest programs, news and information, details about free online classes, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at Quincy Access Television, I'm Joe Catalano. Please stay safe.